Good Friday morning. Welcome to Money Beat. I am Paul Vigna. The markets closed today, taking the day off ahead of the Easter holiday, digesting what was a volatile but ultimately green week for the markets. And our Chuck Jaffe says that this is the perfect time to do your spring, not your spring cleaning, your spring financial cleaning. Chuck Jaffe joins us from Beantown. How are you, Chuck?
I'm doing good. It's not a good Friday when we have to work, but it's not a terrible Friday because, hey, we're here having fun.
Right. We are dedicated to our jobs as well as our religions, right? So here we are, splitting time. All right, let's talk about spring cleaning, spring financial cleaning.
Well, the big idea here is you just, for most people, finished your tax return. You got your paperwork. Either you finished it or you got it back from your tax preparer, and you want to put it away in the safe place that you keep all that stuff. Well, while you're doing it, you want to make sure that the paperwork monster doesn't overcome you. And most people really go to one of two extremes. They either keep everything because they got no clue what to throw out, or they finally get frustrated and they shred absolutely everything. And then they've got nothing if there's a problem.
Right.
So you want to do it the right way. And this year, beyond all the stuff that you would normally do, I think you need to add in, courtesy of the Heartbleed bug, that you want to change your online passwords and do some online maintenance as well.
Yeah, and I'm really bad about this. I have to tell you, I have boxes and boxes in my basement of just old paperwork. I mean, stuff that I think dates back to the 90s. Like, you just don't get rid of it. You stick it in the basement. So, what should I do?
Well, okay. Let's start with your tax paperwork, which is you probably want to keep the return itself, but everything else, all the support documents, once a return is 3 years out, so basically the return for 2010, you filed it in 2011, we're now in 2014, so it's been 3 years. You can get anything that's older than 2013, take all that support paperwork out. If you want to keep your W-2s and your income statements, those you would keep for a maximum of 6 years if you actually felt you did something wrong. And by the way, if you've been committing tax fraud, then keep your paperwork indefinitely because the statute of limitations never runs out. But if you've been basically honest, get rid of anything that's, think about it as 4 years old. 4 years or older, all the support paperwork goes. Then take a look at those boxes you have with your old check stubs and stuff like that. Shred them all. If you want to go through and find things that have to do with home improvements, that makes some sense. But most of the stuff that's valuable, you pulled and put into your tax return. So it became a tax support document. You kept it for as long as you needed to. If you can now shred that, shred it. If it's not a tax document, the fact that you spent $20 on a copay in 1997, or you went to the grocery store, 6 years ago today on this date, and you paid by check, worthless. Your credit card bills, unless you need it for things like buyer protection plans, stuff like that, you can pretty much get rid of all of them once you know they're done. Keep anything where there's a fraud alert or where there was something where you had a dispute in case it ever shows up on your credit report. But beyond that, you can get rid of the vast majority of documents that are cluttering your basement.
And what about just taking everything and just kind of throwing it into the cloud online? Is that a viable alternative, or should I even do some maintenance there?
Well, you definitely want to do some maintenance there, and you want to make sure that everything is secure, and you don't want to throw more into those places than is necessary because, again, if somebody ever gets access to it, you've given them more information for them to be able to use against you. So if you're going to throw it into a cloud, again, throw the stuff that you need, and also make sure that you get rid of wherever the originals are. A lot of people these days, myself included, I now have a program where I can scan documents on my cell phone and put them into my computer. But if I keep the picture on my cell phone and I lose that, that's a problem. So prune it every place you don't need it.
Okay.
And basically keep that one record that you're going to need and make it that you're going to be able to find it. I was audited a couple of years ago. Let me tell you, if you think it's bad with all the paperwork there, what's even worse is having to dig through a mountain of stuff if you don't know where you're trying to find it.
Yeah. All right, good advice for hopefully some free time this weekend. Chuck, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.